John Milton said in Paradise Lost, "The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven." In other words, we can make a hell of a life or a heaven of a life. It's largely up to each of us as a choice person. Again, we are the judge in the courtroom of our mind. Life doesn't judge us or punish us or have a last judgment to condemn us. Here's Michelangelo's famous painting in the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican in Rome. The stories and jokes that we've all heard of being brought up before a throne and being sent to a heaven or hell are, as Joseph Campbell would point out, really powerful mythological ways of portraying the ability all of us have to send ourselves toward freedom and peace or punishment and misery. So use judgment with extreme care. Now, we're warned about this particular power of judgment. Do not judge so that you may not be judged. Matthew 7:12. We've all heard that. Now, does that mean that we're to make no judgments? That would be like telling a judge in the courtroom not to make decisions, not to decide right from wrong, not to decide the case before the court. We have to make good decisions, choices, and judgments. The caution really is about being judgmental. Be careful about condemning yourself or others, that is, being damning. You're no good, or there's no good at all in me or in you. That's condemning, a negative decree that has no compassion, doesn't look beyond what has been done to the inner spirit of the person. So our power that most needs to be combined with judgment is love, the power of love. We can see the harshness, vindictiveness, and witch hunts that take place when we see errors or point fingers and sometimes cast stones. The tempering, compassionate power of love is needed to balance our power of judgment. Also, we can see that we can get ourselves into a hell of a life by having lots of love but not using good judgment, maybe in picking the people with whom we fall in love. We can be so loving that we can't seem to set healthy boundaries as we try to help others. Thereby we allow them maybe to use us for their own selfish purposes. I once knew a woman who complained about her unemployed alcoholic husband. And as I talked with her one day, I found out that this was her third alcoholic husband. She'd made that choice for the third time in her life. So love and wisdom combined creates a powerful synthesis. In the biblical accounts of Jesus and his disciples, James and John were brothers. James is often taken to represent wisdom, whereas John represents love. Their being brothers indicates that love and wisdom are closely related. And Jesus almost always took Peter, who represents faith, you remember, James and John with him when he went to pray or have a major decision or faced a life crisis. In like manner, we take with us faith, wisdom, and love as our primary helpers in meeting the challenges of life.